So thank you very much. It's super introductions. So I hope that you would like to do some web scraping that we will do tonight. So it's the following of my talk of this morning, but more hands-on. So what we will do, we will tackle a lot of stuff in terms of antibot stuff. So I'm Fabien Vauchelles, so I'm the creator of Scrapoxy, and I'm doing web scraping for many years now. I love to understand what's behind antibot stuff and proxy, and we will do that tonight. So I will just present you one website before we start. So that will be the website that we are gonna collect. So it's a dedicated website, so no issue with legal stuff, or don't worry on that. So it's my production, so we can do whatever else. Just don't crash it, please. So thank you for that. So what's the goal of the website? It's kind of TripAdvisor stuff. So there is a lot of accommodations. If you want to search in accommodations, imagine that you want to have all accommodation on Paris. You search Paris here, and oh yeah, first protections. So let me reload that. So you have all accommodations. The goal is at each challenge to collect 50 results. So there is 50 accommodation to collect. And you have the list here. You have the pagination here. And on each accommodation, we need to collect some information. So if I'm clicking on that, I've got information like names, locations, but we're interested on the name and emails, and also on the review. So the names here, the emails here, and also the different review, because it's very important, the review, perhaps if you want to do some sentiment analysis or stuff like that. So I will show you how it's behind the scene. Also, there is different level of protections. It's the same website, but protecting differently. So here we are on level 1. There is level 2, level 3, and so on, and different protection on the different levels. So we have user agent bypass, rate limit bypass, and so on. And you will do that during the workshop. So let me also show you how the website works. So if I'm going back to the home page, opening the inspector, so it will be very useful that you use the inspector to understand how the data are changed and where are the data. So if you open the inspector, you can go on network, and on network, if there is no filter, we can filter on documentations. We can see the different requests. Is it big enough? Yeah? Ah, okay, cool. So if I'm searching on Paris, so I'm just reloading this one. I've got the first request here, level 1, very important. You need to start with the home page. After, when you search on a city, so you have city Paris, second part. And after that, when I'm selecting one hotels, I have all information. So here is the hotel, and I've got the HTML, and inside the HTML I've got all informations. So here I've got the different parts, the names. You will see it's bigger on your screen. Okay, it's good for you? Very simple. So home page, search, listing, paginations, and on each items you just get all the items. And we will do level 1, level 2, level 3. So that's perfect. So now let's get back to the workshop. So how it's working? So you just go to this URL, very simple, and there is a GitHub README. You can clone the project. There is all instructions on that. I will just before go through with you so you won't be blocked on the first step. If you have any questions on installation, how it's not working, etc., just raise your hand. I will help you, okay? And after every 20 minutes, I will correct every challenge. So installation part, the first scrapers, bypassing first protections, and so on. If you are very quick, so that can be good, you can go as fast as you want, okay? And every 20 minutes, clearly, I will show you the solutions. Also, just allow me to show you the website. When it's cloned, you have the scraper. So let me show you how it's working. So you have the README here with all informations. And when it's installed, you have here a scraper. The scrape, so it's the Scrapy framework. There is a spiders, and in these spiders, this one, so the tricky spiders, you have to write everything. There is already the skeletons, but you need to write the start URLs, the different parts, the parsing, etc. If you are stuck, there is solutions. But I don't advise you to go to the solutions. It's cheating. You don't like to cheat, yeah? Okay. But if you're really stuck, you can go on solution 1, solution 2, etc. That's good for you? Yeah? Okay, so let's start. Any question from now? No? So can I switch to the screen? Yeah? Okay. So I will. So first, you need to install Python, the library, so you need to clone the repository. When it's done, you also have to install Node.js, also to install library of Node.js and install Scrapoxy. Depending on if you have Docker, you can use the pulse command, or you can use npm. It's easier. It depends on what your setups. If you have Windows, it's better if you use WSL, to be honest. But you can use directly the Windows if you want. Yeah. So it's the first time I'm doing this workshop, so there is some mistake. Don't hesitate to tell me. There is one issue with this link. It's tricky. It's not tricky review here. Yeah.
I don't know if Fabien told you, but for the winner of the challenge, there is a bottle of champagne to win. APO's bottle of champagne.
For the first one, we'll release the 8 challenges. Without solution, please.
Le workshop sur les proxies pour bypass tous les captcha, tous les fingerprinting et tout ça. Si tu veux, je te présente. En tout cas, le truc m'intéresse. Si tu veux, regarde, là, ils viennent juste de commencer pour installer une disposition. Ouais, ça va te presser. Ça donne vraiment bien. J'ai vu que tu as fait ça sur Instagram. Ouais, c'est vraiment bien en fait. Très bien. Je trouve ça vraiment propre. Ouais. Faut voir. En fait, là, on n'a pas du tout fait la liste. Tu vois, je préfère te dire dans 3 semaines quand on aura fait le point un peu sur le truc. Ce gars est cool. Ouais. Et oui, du coup, il faudra que tu files son nom. C'est pas une vanne. C'est pas une tentative. T'es pas à me donner le temps.
So the goal clearly is to start your first spiders with Scrapy. That's the most important part. Clearly, sometimes it takes a lot of time to install all the stuff, so if you reach that, clearly it's good. Don't hesitate to say, I'm stuck on installations. It's the most painful part. Just who is on installation? Yeah, okay. So let's move on. I assume that you already installed everything and it's working. We are gonna write the spider now. So because I'm lazy, I will just copy paste the solutions. Yeah, but I will explain you. So the first thing, you need a URL to start. So you need to say to the spider where you should start. So that's where you need to fill the first one. So it's tricky, review.com level ones. So you keep these following informations and you have the start request. So the start request is where the spider is initiating as the first request. He will send the request to the Scrapy engine. And when the Scrapy engine gets the response, he will call this callback. If there is an error, he will call this one. So let's jump to this callback. So in this callback, so we need to get the list of city. So remember, we start with the home page, because if you try directly with the list of cities, there is a deep link issue. So first, anti-bot protections. So we're going to the home page, so this one. After, we have the response of the home page. We ask the list of city of Paris. And when we get the response, we will call this callback. So the parse hotel response. And now we will do two things in this callback. First, we will follow the different pagination link. And you can extract this information with CSS extractor. So it's like a document query extractor. You can get the list of information here. And you extract the element here, and you ask to Scrapy, okay, just follow this link. That's very simple. So for tonight, the goal is not to fully understand this part, because this is a more specific part in scrapping. And what we want to understand tonight is to bypass the different protections. So the next part, when we have the different link, we will ask this parse hotel without S. Just check this callback for the pagination link. We will do recursing call. We call the same functions here. And if here I'm using that, now I've got the response of the hotels, and I can extract the different informations. So I can get the name here, which is stored in hotel name text, the emails, the hotel email text, so it's CSS selectors. I can get these informations. And for the different review, because I want to have an array, I will use these functions. It's clear for you? Yeah? Okay, so to start the spider, it's very easy. I just have to write here Scrapy call Trekkie. Trekkie is a name here of the spiders. So if I'm doing that, I will have a lot of logs, but you can see that the spider is going on the different web page. So first, I'm going to the home page. After, I'm going to the city list. After, I'm parsing the different hotels and the different pagination links. And at the end, I can have the 50 items. So you can check the number of items here. So it's 50. Who has 50 items? Just 3? No, be honest. Okay. So just copy paste this part and we will move to the next challenge. So to go to the next challenge, it's very easy. You open your spider and you go to level 2 and you call again the functions here. And this time you will have some error. So here I've got one error. So it's up to you to modify this behavior to bypass protections. So I let you about 10 minutes to do that. I think it's very easy. You have also some clue in the README. Oh. So just something that you should know, the antibot here is very nice, is saying why you're banned. So he's giving you some clue to bypass that. And you can use also the network inspector of Chrome to help you. And some tips, something is there in the user agent. So I've got a question on debugging. So how can I debug a spider? So let me show you. So the thing is, I'm using PyCharm, so IntelliJ this time. But in PyCharm, you cannot start directly this Python class, because what's doing Scrapy, when you start the command line, is scanning all the spider directory and checking the different class and get the name. So if you add directly here a breakpoint, it's not working. So what you need to do is to set up your environment. So let me check if it's working. So yes, I've got my spiders. And what you can do is edit configuration, add a Python configuration here. So I will use this module, and here you're not directly call the script. So you use the modules, and inside Scrapy there is one module here which is command line that you can call. Yeah, please do that. And you can write here call tricky. So it's replacing the Scrapy command line, and you can call directly here and add breakpoints. So now I can do that. So you see it's starting the stuff here, and I can, let's say, add a breakpoint on the failure, and we will check if it's not working. Yeah, I've got here basic stuff. Yeah, and now I can inspect the failure, and you can better understand how it's why it's crashing. But you need to call this module from Scrapy. So I don't know how to do that in VS Code, but you can do that too. But for these sessions, let's keep it simple. So if we move to bypass this challenge, so I will show you the very important part when you're going to the website. If I'm opening the inspectors, checking on the different requests, so let me reload that. If I check a request here, so I'm going to header on the inspector to know the request header. So what the browser is sending to the web servers. So the first thing that is sending is clearly the user agents. So here I've got Mozilla stuff. So you can use that in Scrapy. So I will add the user agents. So I will do that now. So on default request headers, I won't use that. I will use directly user agents. Okay. I've got Copilot, so yeah, it's filling the stuff. But I will just copy paste this one. So now if I'm modifying the user agents, because it says the antibot said that I'm using Scrapy, so that's not good. So let's run that again. So yeah, he said the user agent is Scrapy here, so that's not very good. So now I will restart the spiders, and let me check if there is an error. So I don't have now the user agent error. I've got seq.ch UA. So we say the antiboss said there is no seq.ch UA. I don't have these headers. So let's copy that. Is there any? Yeah, there is one here. So I will use this one. So these headers are used for consistency. So if you are just only changing the user agents, clearly you will check the other one. And if you miss that, you will be banned. So I will add that here. Ch UA, okay, and just copy paste that, yeah. I love the copy paste. So let's restart again the spider. I think there is an error again. And this time there is no CHUA platform. So the good thing is to copy everything. So I will add mobiles, so with this value, and platforms. And platforms. Yeah. And I think, oh, I did some typo. That's why I've got a lot of solutions, because I'm very bad on this stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's working. Who passed the challenge? Yeah, okay, some of you. So now, let's move to the next challenge. So just move on level 3. So if you run now the spider, so I will run here. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I'm already banned. So I've got error here. It's because I'm doing too many requests with this IP address. In fact, we are all using the same IP address. So we need to use some proxy. So let's use Scrapoxy for that. So that's why I asked you to use Scrapoxy. And you can use data center proxy. So that's a part of the job where you need to add your credit card if you don't have AWS, so to create some account, or perhaps Azure or whatever. If you don't want to do that, you can go to the next levels. But if you need to start VPS, you need AWS account or Azure account, whatever. Scrapoxy is supporting 5 cloud providers. So let's start Scrapoxy. Okay, so when you start Scrapoxy and is asking credentials, so let me show you. So on Scrapoxy documentation, depending on the cloud providers that you choose to use, you have the different fee information. So you need to go to Scrapoxy documentations. Imagine that you want to use AWS. So he will show you on the documentations how to create credentials and how you need to copy. I won't do that because I don't want to have some trouble sharing my credentials. So I let you do that. So you have the whole process to do that. Let me show you also our stuff. So to start Scrapoxy, you just have to copy on the get started informations, even the Docker command line or the npm command line. Command line is different for npm from Linux to Windows, so be careful on that. So if I'm running now Docker, I've got already one command line ready. Here. Yeah. Not here. Why is it not working? Yeah. So when it's starting on Scrapoxy, you just add your credential here. So when you go on the project, you can create one project. Remember here, when you are on setting, just to disable intercept HTTP requests with man in the middle. So that's very important. After you go on marketplace, here imagine that we are choosing AWS, we just add the credentials. He will provide you some credentials here, and when you add a connector here, you can use that. The important part here is when the connector on the cloud provider is installed, so added, you need to install the cloud provider. So Scrapoxy will do all the processing to create the image with the proxy software on that. And after, when you run Scrapoxy, he will use these images. So that's why it's very fast to start on AWS or Azure or whatever. But it can take 5 minutes to create the image.
Ça va, vous en sortez? Ouais, ça va.
Okay, so let's move on this challenge, on the solution of this challenge. So if you did, who succeed to this AWS challenge stuff? Yeah, just one, okay. Oh, two, okay, thanks. So let's do something easier after. I will show you, because I've got two similar challenges. So we were here. Screen, no, not this one. Yeah. So how does it work? I was here on this part, yeah. Okay. And it was not working because I need proxy. So remember, I've got rate limit stuff here. So what I need to do is to add what is written on the documentation of Scrapoxy. So Scrapoxy started, so you saw I've got 10 proxy in Dublin data centers. So now I just have to modify the configurations of my spiders. So on my custom settings, I will add the download handlers. So it's this one. Yep. I will remove that one, which is useless. So the plugin will connect to Scrapoxy, but I need to fill the username and password. So let me get this information here on the settings of the project so I can use that. Yeah, so I will fill it here. I will get also the password here. And if I'm running again the spider here, now it's working. Okay. I've got here my 50 items. And if I'm going to the proxy list on Scrapoxy, you can see that Scrapoxy received requests. So there is requests load balanced to the different proxy. So what I will do now is to move to the next challenge. So the next challenge here is level 4. So if I'm running again the spider, here, that's not working. And that's what I wanted to show you with data center proxy. Here, I've got a big error, which is data center are forbidden. So because we are using IP address from data centers, this IP address is belong to IP ranges, and IP ranges belong to autonomous system numbers. So that's a block of IP range, and this IP range, this autonomous system number, has a name, and the name is Amazon 02. So the anti-boss just gets this information and block my spiders. So what I need to do is to use more advanced stuff. So we will use now not data center proxy from Amazon, but dedicated data center proxy from Raybyte, which are not detected by the antibot. So that will be easier for you. So let me show you that. So just you can create an account of Raybyte. Just use this URL on top, and there is a code. If you use that, you won't have to pay with your credit card, so it's free for tonight. You can try them, and the account will be closed tomorrow. Just select dedicated and select proxy on the United States. And the credits is good if you use 5 proxy maximums. And after, I'll let you add that on Scrapoxy. So you need a valid email because there is some one-time password confirmation stuff on this provider. So for the champagne bottle, we will say that the challenge 3 is skipped. Well done. Woo! So who plug Rayabytes proxy? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. Okay, 5, 6. Perfect. So let's move to the next challenge. So what happened here? So with Rayabytes, you just change the type of IP address, and now if you move by if you add the US IP address, so now your connection just is relay to the US. So you have US outbound connections. So let me do that too. So I will use Rayabytes here. I will stop AWS. And I think I will get all my IP address. Perfect. So now if I'm running again the spider, so it's working. Perfect. So now let's move to the next challenge, so level 5. So now we are tackling more advanced stuff. So if I'm running this challenge, I will get immediately an IP. Oh, sorry, it's level 6, sorry. Let's skip to level 5. So I will run that again. Yeah. Yeah. So this time I don't have a fingerprint. So let me show you how it's working. So let's get back to the website. So if I'm moving to the level 6, and now if I'm going to the inspector of requests here, I'm not filtering on doc, but getting everything and reloading that. So you can see that I've got a lot of GET requests, so browser getting information from the web server. But now I've got a POST request. So the browser is sending information to the web servers. So if I'm looking at this request, the content, and what I'm sending here, so you can see that I'm sending the platform, the time zone, and the real user agent. That's because the navigator now is executing JavaScript, collecting all this information, and doing an AJAX request and send to the web server. So we cannot simply rely on Scrapy. We need this time to start a Chrome browser, Firefox browser, whatever, go on the website and execute this JavaScript and also do the collections. So I cannot rely only on Scrapy. I need to use Playwright. So Scrapy also have a plugin for Playwright. So Playwright is an end-to-end framework and will start a navigators. So now I'll let you move to the next challenge. So the goal is to adapt the current spiders. What we will do now, yes, it's cheating. You can copy-paste the solutions and try Playwright. Just about the proxies, that's good remarks that I have. So let me show you that on the download handler. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. So you cannot use the same mechanisms here. Remember that here we had download middleware and Scrapoxy information. Here we cannot use that. Okay. We cannot use that. So I will show you on this part. So we need to add information here. So let me copy paste informations. Here. So now I've modified two things. So first thing is the download handler. So download handler is a way of Scrapy to do the request. So instead of doing a Python classic request, he will send information to Playwright, and Playwright will do the jobs. But clearly we need to add some proxy information for that. So I'm added here the Playwright informations. Also, if you copy paste the solutions, there is minor adaptations here to do that. Especially here, we have to close the page and so on. So I will just show you. So if I'm running that now, so now Scrapy is connecting to Playwright, asking to start everything, but oh, I didn't do the install. Ooh. Oof. I can switch to another one. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, I need to install that, sorry. It's not working. Okay. So it's the same, but for live demo. So let me copy that. Yeah. Here. Spider. Yeah. So it should work. Yeah. Oh no, that's the same issue. Okay, let's keep the Playwright stuff. So normally it starts Playwright ordering the stuff and collect informations. Also, I wanted to show you the last challenge, which is the most interesting in terms of antibot stuff. So we have 5 minutes. Let me show you that. So if I'm going to this part, so it's the level 8. So this time we have very serious antibot system. So this kind of antibot is modern antibot that you can find on commercial solutions. So I can check the different requests here, and you can see there is a post request. And if I'm checking this time the form, the payload send, you can see that it is encrypted, so you cannot understand what it's doing. In fact, there is RSA encryption behind. So what I can do is to get the source code of that. So I can open the source, and I've got some JavaScript here. And as you see, there is a Scrapy files, which is not the same, so it's not Bootstrap or script or whatever. It's a anti-bot stuff. And if you are looking on the code, you will see that it's encrypted. So basically, if I'm not formatting, it's one-line stuff and completely ununderstandable. So what I can do is to get this script, and I can show you a deobfuscator. Would you like to deobfuscate? Yeah, okay, we can do that. So I will copy on this empty obfuscated JS. Yeah, so it's obfuscated. You cannot understand what the code is doing. And here there is a deobfuscator. So I will just copy the solutions. So you can do that at home if you want. So let me show you one function. A simple one, yeah, this one. I think we can do, yeah. So what the code is doing here, if we want to convert string notation to dot notations, so first I will parse the source code. So the source here is a string text. So, and it will be transformed into AST script. After that, I'm doing some operations. I'm targeting member expressions. So everything with a quote, not a string, but this kind of information, and I'm transforming that to a classic ones. And I'm doing a lot of deobfuscation stuff. So the things that I discussed this morning. So constant unfolding, join the string after string splitting, and converting back string notations to dot notations. And if I'm running the script, so I can run that here. So not choose deobfuscate. Yeah, so that's perfect, nothing, no error. And if I'm going back to deobfuscated these times, so it's not the same script. So you can say, oh, it's not perfectly deobfuscated, but you can understand what the code is doing now. So as you see, there is some RSS stuff. Here there is a XML request or AJAX request, and I'm sending here, the script is sending informations to the web servers, and there is encryption, RSA encryptions, and there is a public key just here. So we just move from an encrypted, obfuscated code to something deobfuscated. And you can use this kind of information. So just remember that we have RSS stuff. And if we get back just to the presentation to show you that quickly. So where is it? Yeah, it's here. So yeah, if I'm showing that, yeah. So the script, what the script is doing is collecting WebGL informations, encrypted the payload with RSA public key, and sending this information through a post request. And we can do that in Python. So if I'm using solution 8, I will quickly show you that. We don't need any more Playwright because we directly generate the payload. So if I'm going here, yeah. So I will show you what the script is doing. So you remember there is a start request, the parse information, and so on. But first, what we will do is to generate the payload. So we have a build payload here. And if I'm going to the script of the build payload, which is here. So what I'm doing is creating a JSON stuff with WebGL informations. I'm encrypting this payload, and I'm using the public keys that I found in the deobfuscated code, so I can reinject, reuse that, and forging the payload, sending the payload to the web servers. And I can run that now. And as you see, I've got my 50 items. So very, very quickly. So you bypass very quickly advanced protections, but you need to deobfuscate the stuff. So thank you very much. Just the last questions for you. I know that you didn't move to the last challenge, but you can redo the tutorial if you want. Every step are explained. There is some survey. I would like, please, it's the first time I'm doing this workshop, so you can say, shit, your workshop is not good, I didn't finish it, install is crap. So please send me all your love there. Thank you very much. First, I think we can...
So you mean that there is somebody that won the Epios champagne bottle? Congratulations!
They use Amazon, they use Ray-Byte, yeah, so yeah, well done.
Congratulations. Thank you very much, Fabien. Yeah. Thanks. So James?
Can we use this with Selenium and with like Java, because we did it in Python with the use of Fairplay, but I was wondering
if you can plug Java with Selenium, you can do the scraping and all the orchestration with that. It's possible.
So with Scrapy and
but not with Scrapy.
Okay, Scrapy is with Python, right?
Yeah, Scrapy is Python's.
But I can use like Scrapoxy with it.
Yeah, you can use Scrapoxy, it's proxy stuff, so you can plug whatever you want, UI. Yeah, there is a lot of software, social media platform, you can plug them, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that's compatible. Thank you.
Other questions or not?
Oh, I can do that after.
Yeah, yeah, you can buy some beers. Fabien. Thanks, Fabien.
Thanks.